Hey, what's up guys? It's Owen here. Today we are going to be looking at the new GAN 11M Pro. I will be giving you my opinion on this puzzle, as well as answering the questions, is it worth $65? And if it is, should you buy it? Let's start with my first impressions of this cube. The first thing I noticed was how cold the cube was. I don't know how long it had been sitting outside, but it must have been a while. The other thing I noticed was how overlooped it was. It was extremely gummy and slow. However, after it had an hour or so to warm up inside of my house, a lot of this gumminess went away. I think the cold temperature was having an effect on the lube, making it thicker. But really, there was nothing special about this cube out of the box. The turning was okay, the corner cutting was decent, and it had some issues with locking up. But GAN's goal was to make a cube with the most customization options possible, so maybe I can make this good. Before I show you my setup, let's get on to what comes in the box. The GAN 11M Pro comes with the best accessories of any cube on the market, as well as the best box. Inside, we have a shiny GAN 11M Pro card, an accessories box, and a fun little box to store your cube. Inside the accessories box, we have a small little flathead screwdriver to adjust the magnet strengths, a GAN bag, a pamphlet that explains how to adjust the cube, a CFOP pamphlet, and another little accessories box. This accessory box has 8 magnets that you can put in the corners. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to find out if these are stronger or weaker than the pre-installed ones. Here is the tool that you use to adjust one of the tension adjustments, and it doubles as a storage for the other one of the tension adjustments. Okay, now on to my setup. First, I wiped down every place on the cube to get rid of the factory lube. I applied Angstrom Gravitas to the tracks. And for the pieces, I used Traxxas 10K and Cubicle Labs Silk. I also put some Traxxas 50K on the springs. I used the triangle magnet stocks and set them to 3. I removed the light blue piece and put in the dark blue piece and set it to 2. For the clear piece, I set that to the tightest setting. This setup gave the cube a quick and clean feel while maintaining its stability. Corner cutting is about what you'd expect from a GAN cube, just over 45 normal, and just under line to line for reverse. But now, what do all those numbers mean? And how do I adjust the tensions? After you open one of the centers by using the easy open groove, you'll see 2 things. A blue thing and a clear thing. What this blue thing is in charge of is adjusting how much the centers can move. This has the same effect as a screw on a normal 3x3. It has 4 settings. 1 and 3 are contained in the light blue nut. 2 and 4 are on the dark blue. 1 has the maximum stability, but the least corner cutting. As the number gets higher, the stability lessens, but the corner cutting and flexibility increases. You adjust this simply by using your fingernail to press it in and twist it. The white part adjusts how tight the cube feels when turning. It starts at the highest setting, and you use the tool that is included to twist it counterclockwise. You'll hear that after you turn it 6 times, it goes back to the top. Each time you twist it, it gets a little bit tighter. Okay, now let's look at the magnet adjustment. There are 3 numbers, 1, 2, 3. There's a sliding knob that you can slide to each number using the little screwdriver included. 1 is the weakest magnet setting, 3 is the strongest. You'll just stick the screwdriver in, twist it. Now, if you want to use the mysterious hexagon magnets, You remove this one by pressing down and twisting it counterclockwise. Then you pull, and then you can insert the new magnet. Push it, turn it clockwise. Okay, since we already have the cube disassembled, let's take a look at the mechanism. On pretty much every contact point in the puzzle, one side will have Gan's traditional honeycomb pattern, and the other side will be flat. You can see this on the corner to edge contact point and the edge to center contact point. Focus here. However, the stock of the corner has this ridged pattern, which will rub against the flat on the bottom of the center. You can see how Gan's corner core magnet system works. The magnet in the corner attracts to a magnet on the core. See that magnetic attraction here? In addition to this, there's also the traditional attraction between the corner and the edge, but it's weaker than most cubes. Okay, let's talk a little bit more about this new magnetic system, which they call the omnidirectional magnetic core. In addition to the 24 pairs of magnets between the corners and edges, it also has 8 pairs of magnets that extend from the corner to the core. This creates a consistent magnetic field without having any aggressive bumps. It also adds a ton of stability to the puzzle, which is surprising considering it's lightweight. Speaking of lightweight, I forgot to mention the specs of this puzzle. Each side is 56 millimeters and the cube weighs 63 grams, which is insanely light. The GAN 11M Pro is available in 4 different variants: frosted primary, frosted black, UV coated primary, and soft coated primary. The difference between primary and black internals is one of them, the inside will look like it's black, and on the other one it'll be clear. The UV coated is supposed to be like an ultra glossy coating, which I think I would like, but there were so many delays in shipping it that I just decided to get the frosted version. And the soft coated version is supposed to have a texture similar to skin, which sounds kind of weird, but maybe some people would want that.
Here are my final thoughts on this cube, over some songs I streamed on my Twitch. Overall, this cube is amazing. It has definitely become my main. It only has one problem. Yeah, it's $65. Now, is this cube worth $65? I would say maybe and no. No, because as a cube, it's barely better than the RS3 M2020, and I still think many people would prefer the RS3 M2020, which is $9. The reason I would say maybe is partly because of how premium it is. It comes in a nice box, it has a nice cube case, it has a nice bag, it has a cool way to hold the accessories, but mostly because of the insane amount of customizations you can make on this cube. I think almost everyone can find a setting that they really like on this cube. The problem with the GAN XS, and it was the reason why a lot of people didn't like it, was because it was too unstable, but I think the core magnets kind of fixed that on the 11M Pro. Should you buy this cube? If you've got the money, go for it. I think you'll love this cube. However, if you either don't have the money or don't want to spend $65 on a Rubik's Cube, I would recommend the RS3 M2020 instead. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed, make sure to like and subscribe. See you next time.